Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 23rd September 2020. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. My name is Sean. This week's news: Facebook launches Business Suite. YouTube sued by UK government. Facebook unveiled AR/VR plans in event. Automatic closed captions comes to IGTV. Back to the news. Facebook launches Business Suite. It's an app for managing business accounts across Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. Finally, it's happening. It offers access to notifications, ability to draft and schedule posts, and view insights and create ads. Facebook is rolling this out primarily for small businesses first, so it's actually tailored for small businesses at this point, because they are the ones who are struggling in a COVID economy, but also because majority of Facebook's clientele are small businesses. Eventually, they will bring out tools that are more suited for businesses of all sizes, including medium to large size ones. In the past, Facebook's management apps are not exactly the best things ever. So if you're excited, if you're a marketer and you're excited, take this with a pinch of salt. Facebook has never built any page management app without any features missing. I mean, from all corners, right? There will always be something missing. So, you go into an app, you're wanting to do this, and all of a sudden the features are not there, and you have to open up the browser version to manage it. So as marketers, at this point, assume that not all features are there on the apps if you have access to it, and still bring your computer and do the work anyway. YouTube sued by UK government. This is a class action lawsuit accusing YouTube for unlawfully targeting up to 5 million under 13-year-olds with addictive programming and harvesting their data for advertisers. The UK and EU law protects children's data against such users. International law firm Horsfeld and Foxglove are seeking damages of up to £2.5 billion. When reached for comment, YouTube stated that, quote, "YouTube isn't meant for users under the age of 18. We launched YouTube Kids in 2015 to offer what is called safer and easier space for kids to discover content." Okay, YouTube has a point, right? They have this thing called YouTube Kids. And the reason why the kids in the EU and UK under 13-year-old are using the full-on YouTube version meant for adults is unclear. Perhaps they're using their parents' apps and their parents are not responsibly forcing their kids to use the kids' version of YouTube apps is unclear. Whether or not it is the parents' responsibility to ensure the kids are watching the safe app, or it is YouTube's responsibility to watch a safe app, is still arguable. But in my opinion, as a parent, if you don't feed poison to your kids, you don't show full-on YouTube app to your kids, right? So it is your responsibility to ensure your kids are watching YouTube Kids. If this kind of data harvesting and tracking is an addictive programming is happening in YouTube Kids, that is YouTube's issue. Facebook unveiled AR/VR plans in event. Facebook has been one of the companies spearheading the adoption of AR/VR onto social media for a while now. But it has been a very futuristic dream. It is something that everybody talks about, but it never actually materializes in our everyday gadgets. After last week's Facebook event, it still kind of is a future thing, but hopefully we are seeing it materialize sooner. So we have Project ARVR, which is Facebook's attempt at creating smart glasses that uses lasers to contextualize physical surroundings and bringing mixed reality through the device. Facebook says it will help with daily tasks, just finding your keys, navigating cities, kind of like what our mobile devices can do now, but with glasses. All right, so this is where Facebook fell flat with the mobile OS. Right, many years ago, Facebook tried to introduce a mobile OS, which didn't succeed. Then they tried to introduce a skin on top of Android OS, which didn't succeed as well. And now what Facebook is trying to do is they're trying to leapfrog ahead of iOS and Android by creating kind of like a wearable OS on their glasses. If they succeed in this, they will be the first mover and therefore the one to move forward with AR-powered mobile OS, I guess. Yeah. Oculus Quest is Facebook's attempt at pushing the VR gaming boundaries, which they did with the first generation. Having played games in Oculus Quest, I am actually personally very excited to see more development here. Not by Oculus itself, but Oculus being one of the many operators, hopefully, they will bring more VR gaming consoles and more gaming titles into the world. The next is Spark AR, which is Facebook and Instagram's version of Snapchat-style AR lenses. Facebook is planning to bring more improvements in face tracking and all these kind of melding technologies. And they also want to incorporate publisher partnerships with brands. The latter can benefit companies, furniture companies, design companies, apparels, and journalist companies. So assuming like, let's say companies like IKEA, right, you can superimpose your furniture onto a floor. Designs, you can superimpose lipstick, makeup, clothes. People can virtually try on shoes before buying them. And for journalists, instead of talking about and writing about certain things that are happening in some parts of the world, they can actually virtually bring people into that part to fully immerse themselves in what's going on. Infinite Office is an attempt to incorporate Facebook's VR technology into the working world because remote working is increasing and seems more permanent. The company thinks the VR office environment will increase efficiency and improve employee engagement. So far, no updates on Facebook's Horizon VR social media. I think we did an update a couple of months ago on them going on a closed beta, but I don't think it's going to be very soon. If you get an Oculus Quest 2, you can request to be part of the closed beta. Then you can let us know what goes on in there. Automatic closed captions comes to IGTV. Content creators know how painful it is to create closed captions for social media. Instagram knows that too, which is why they introduced automatic closed captions for IGTV. It is now available in 16 languages and is expanding as we speak. If you have used auto captions by any company, Apple has it with Clips, the app, Google has it with YouTube, and now Facebook has it with IGTV. You will know that they're actually hardly accurate. I mean, if you're looking at languages, they're fine. But if you are in English with a ton of dozen different dialects or slangs or speaking intonations, then it becomes a problem. We need to be able to edit errors before posting. I know Apple's Clips does not allow for editing. YouTube browser version allows for editing. I don't know. I don't think the app version allows for editing. I'm not sure about that. But we haven't been able to try out the automatic closed captions by IGTV because it's not available yet. But hopefully we can do that. According to Instagram's press release, this move is to make videos available to the 5% of the world's population with hearing loss. Quite a nice flowery thing. But actually, yes, they do help engagement with people with hearing loss, but they also help engagement with everybody else and adds conversion and makes their videos nicer and lets people like their videos more. So it's not just for people with hearing loss. Right, that's all for this week. Social Media Weekly podcast available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 23rd September 2020. My name is Sean. Stay safe. Au revoir.